So today we're going to take a walk through my garbage can. Because of this channel, I get to experiment with lots of different types of products, and as a result, I'm finishing lots of products, and I kind of put them all into a little basket, and we're going to go through that today. Some of these things are winners and ones that I've repurchased or intend to repurchase, and some of them are just failures. So today I'm going to share all of that with you. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those that are new here, I'm Mary, I'm 50 years old, and I love finding products, devices, methods, anything that's gonna help me look as young as I feel. So in today's video, we are taking a look at a lot of the stuff that I've finished, the products that I've given a good chance to, I've actually completed them, they are empty, and I'm gonna share with you my thoughts on those, which ones I really like and which ones I really didn't. Now, it's quite a good mixture of products here today. I've got everything from cleansers, toners, serums, moisturizers, oils, body care, hair care, supplements, the works. So grab yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and we'll get started. And if this type of video interests you and you like what you see, I really hope that you will subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up, and also hit the notification bell so that you know every time a new video is uploaded, which happens every Friday. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start, I'm kind of go through it in sort of the way that I would go through my day for the most part, you know, give or take a little bit. And I wanted to start with cleansers. And the first one is a product that you may have heard me speak about before, and it is called Pestle and Mortar's Race Balm. It's a cleansing balm. It's quite an oil-based cleansing balm, and I absolutely love this product. And it's funny, I recently did a Holy Grails video, and if you didn't see that, I will put a link to it here, and I will also put the details down below. But I talked about the products that I repurchase over and over without even thinking about. Well, this is one that made it to the list that I do have to think about because it's spendy. You know, this cleansing balm costs 45 euros, 45 pounds, whatever. But I keep repurchasing it because I love it so much. And it is packed with like 4 or 5 different seed oils, and it just melts into your skin, but also has an incredible smell to it. So it's something that I have already repurchased. There's another one sitting in the bathroom now, and it's just glorious, and I can't say enough good things about it, particularly if you're like me and you're slightly older and you have dehydrated or dry skin. You put this on and it literally just melts into your skin, melts all the makeup away. I use that with a cloth and all gone. Okay, the next thing I'm looking at is in that sort of toner category, and the first is by Sunday Riley. Now, this is a brand that I absolutely adore anyway, and this is called Pink Drink. It's their firming and resurfacing essence. So it's more of an essence, and it's a spritzer. It's kind of a tricky one to figure out what it was. You know, I had to kind of do a lot more learning. It's a relatively new product. It's there to help support a healthy microbiome, and you'd have to learn more about that. I'm not a scientist and I'm not going to tell you, but it does really good things for the condition of your skin. It's also made with tons of antioxidants and tons of ceramides, and it really is packed with a lot of really cool stuff, and it's an interesting form factor. You spray it right on and you go, which I like. But it runs about 50 quid, and you know, for 50, you know, meh. I love all of the ingredients that it's packed with, and in theory it's a great product, but when I look at my own personal skincare routine and what I need out of stuff, I just couldn't find a space for it. So for me, it's not going to be a repurchase, even though it might be worth looking into. So the next one is a toner by Klairs. It's one that I love, and it's one that I do repurchase, and it is their Supple Preparation Facial Toner. And this is great. It's very gentle. It's really just designed after you've cleansed your face to balance the pH level in your skin before you put all of that really good stuff onto it. It has amino acids which help to reduce irritation, and I find it deeply hydrating. Out of all the toners that I've used, and I've used a lot, I find a lot of them can kind of strip the skin or just make it feel a bit tight. This doesn't do that. It leaves it nice and hydrated and sort of moist, and it helps me on that first step before I start using all of my other skincare products. Okay. Next in line is a vitamin C. And this was just such a downer because I've used this in the past. This is the one by Paula's Choice. It is their C15 Super Booster. Now, I know this is sort of the mecca of vitamin C ingredients, the things that you want in your vitamin C for it to do its best work. For one, it's got the right pH level, and it also has a 15% vitamin C with vitamin E and ferulic acid. And that's sort of the perfect storm of ingredients that you want in order for the vitamin C to work its best. The problem with it is that halfway through it died, it oxidized. And if you're familiar with vitamin C, it's an unstable ingredient. It doesn't like air, it doesn't like the sun, and exposure to those things will help it degrade. So ordinarily, something this size should last me about 3 months. And I try to get through it quickly so that it doesn't oxidize. But if it does, it goes from a clear to kind of a murky, browny, yellowy kind of kind of a color. And this happened, and I know what oxidized vitamin C looks like, and I was so disappointed because it runs about $50, $55, and it's not that big, but for, you know, products you have to replace every 3 months, every dollar counts. So I contacted, I think it was Look Fantastic that I bought it from, and as opposed to Paula's Choice directly, long story there. But I never heard back from them. I took pictures of it and I sent it to them and said, look guys, I purchased enough of this product to know what works and what doesn't, and this is oxidized. And I didn't hear anything back. So this is not one I'm going to be repurchasing, which is unfortunate because I know it's a good product, but look, there's other stuff that I'm going to use instead. Eye products. Now, these are not products that you need. You need a vitamin C and you need a cleanser. You don't need separate eye products. Anything that you put on your face can go up underneath the eyes. It can go onto your neck and your chest. I don't care. I like them. So there are a couple that I use. I use them every day because I choose to. And one is this one by Beauty Pie, and it is their Pure Ceramides Elastic Boost Eye Moisture Serum. If you don't know about Beauty Pie, I've done a whole video or two sort of about how they work and what you're going to get out of it and some of the good products that I like, and I will put a link to that here as well as down below. This is a fabulous little twisty guy. It has these little metal balls on it, and you twist it to bring the product out and you put it underneath your eyes. I love it, and I've always loved it, and I keep repurchasing it, and if you're a member, it costs about 11 bucks. Like, you can't beat it. And it's funny because I have this sort of thing on my eyelids that it gets really dry, it can get a bit cracked, and this seems to be the only product that soothes it. So this is a big winner for me. I've already repurchased it, sitting right there, and I have another one waiting in my shopping basket. Eye cream. I also use an eye cream. And this one here is by Sunday Riley, who we just spoke about earlier. And I love it, love it, love it. And I got this as a part of a kit from Carolyn Hirons. And if you don't know about her or her kits, I will also put a link to that down below. There are often lots of different products I would never have bought or would never have thought to try that I'm introduced to, and a couple of them are here today. And this was one of them, which was the Autocorrect Sunday Riley, oh geez, I can't read that, brightening and depuffing recontour cream. This is a lovely product, and I have to say I really, really like it. I found that it really brightened just the area under my eyes. It's highly nourishing and hydrating, which is exactly what I'm looking for in an eye cream. So I haven't repurchased this yet, only because I'm testing a few other things, but I will if I don't like those things better. So this is a great one. If you haven't tried it, I think it's definitely worth the money. Okay, so now we're moving on to serums, and this was not a great category for me over the last sort of 3 or 4 months. And I have two products, one which came in the Carolyn Hirons product, and this one is by Zellens. Now, I have to say I actually really like this product. This is called the Youth Concentrate Supreme Age Defying Serum. It's lovely. Like, it's a really, really nice serum. It's all about promoting firmness and elasticity, and it's packed with peptides, and it has encapsulated retinol in it. Now, I loved it. What I didn't love was the price point. So this runs about 150 quid. And I'm just not going to spend that on a serum. There are other serums on the market that I can get for less that I think deliver results as well. So if you have the cash, go get it. It's actually beautiful. It has a wonderful consistency to it. It sinks right in. It definitely plumped up my skin, but I'm just not willing to spend that kind of money on it. So, okay. And the next one is from Lancome. This is their Genifique. I've used this over the years, I think probably more in my 30s, and I picked it up again because it's been a while, I don't think, I didn't love it. And I have to say, again, I think there are other products that I'm enjoying more, and it's not cheap, it's not super expensive. I think it was around the 60, 65 range, and I just didn't love it. So I finished it, I thought it was fine, but I think that my skin just needs more than this was giving me, which is kind of surprising, but at any rate, it's a cult classic. I mean, editors around the world hail this as fantastic, and it probably is, but it just wasn't great for me. Okay, next we're gonna look at moisturizers, and there are two. We had a winner and we had a loser. The winner probably doesn't need an introduction. I love him so. This is Augustina Spotter's The Rich Cream. Now, the interesting thing is they also have just the cream, and I have them both. And I don't really like the cream as much. It's more a daytime thing. It's a little bit too light. It's not worth the spend. But this puppy is. He is expensive. He's about 265 quid. Now, I got him for Christmas. Mr. Cameraman there got this for me unexpectedly, and I'm so excited. And I loved this so much. Too much. I wish I didn't. In fact, I did a video just on this one alone, which again, I will link here and down below. And I love this product so much, it's ridiculous, but it's expensive. And you have to have a lot of money to support that particular habit. Now, it took me months to repurchase this. So I started using this pretty much Christmas Day, and I think it lasted about 3 months, 3 or 4 months. I battled with myself over whether or not to repurchase And eventually I did. I don't know if I can continue the habit, but for right now I'm in Augustina's butter heaven and I love it, and I have repurchased it, and we'll see if that continues or not. Okay, next. This was like an epic fail of just biblical proportions. This is e.l.f.'s Holy Hydration Face Cream. This should have been great. I mean, beauty editors that I really admire said this was a great product. These were people in my own age group, by the way. And in fairness, the ingredient deck is packed with stuff that is great for your skin. It has hyaluronic acid, it has peptides, it has niacinamide, it has squalene, it has vitamin B. I mean, it should be great. And I have to say the texture of it was lovely. I was going to show you, but of course it's empty. It's kind of a whipped consistency, and by all intents and purposes, it should have been great. And I thought it sucked. It dried me out. And I do know I have older skin, I have dehydrated skin. It says it's for dry, it says it's for dry and dehydrated skin anyway. And I found that after about 2 weeks, I had to stop the usage because my skin got so dry and it got just sickly and it got that kind of thing going on. I was really, really disappointed, I have to say. So I had to stop using this and sort of go into a recovery mode with sort of my SOS products in order to rehydrate my skin. Maybe this is made for 20-year-olds, I don't know. But this was not for me, and that's a bummer. It's cheap as chips, by the way. It's about 15 quid. So this may work for people who don't have dry, dehydrated skin. I don't know. It's packed with really good stuff, but for me, it was not a winner. Okay, next is, and this isn't something I do very often. This is a product just for my neck, chest, décolleté area, and it is by Elemis. And I like Elemis. I like their Pro Collagen products. I think they're lovely. This is the Pro Collagen Definition Face and Neck Serum. Now the reason I bought this is because I had used a product in the past, like years ago, when I was on a cruise with my family in the Caribbean. The cruises that we go on tend to have Elemis in their spas. And I had tried a neck and chest balm, and I thought that worked. Kid you not, it was about the same size. I had it for about 3 months and I could visibly see the difference in the condition of my neck and my chest. So I bought this and then later found out that they don't make that product anymore and this is what they're making now instead. Meh, I didn't see any difference whatsoever. And in theory, like I said, everything that you put on your face can go all the way down. I just find that my age shows a bit here. Even though I still use all the same products, I'm just finding it's aging more. But this was a pass for me, which is a shame. Like I said, I like Elemis. I like their Pro Collagen products. They have quite a few in there. They have a great cleanser. They have great moisturizers. But for me, this was just a no thank you. Now we're going to talk a face oil. I love an oil. I love any oil delivery system on any products. I love my retinoids. I love my vitamin C's. Anything that's going to put oil onto my skin, for me, is just what my skin thanks me for. So I love face oils. And this one is by Klairs, and Carolyn Hirons, in fact, had recommended this particular one. It's the Blue Orchid Treatment Oil. I loved the way the product felt. I loved the way it felt on my skin. I liked the effect that it had on my skin. It's fantastic. It's just a great product. Didn't like the smell. And I've come to learn that I sort of have a problem with Klairs, is that I love some of their products. I don't like the fragrances. I don't like the smell of the products. Their hand cream, I adore it. Can't stand the smell. So this was sort of one of those issues too. So I used probably 3/4 of the product, and then I just had to put it to the side because the scent was bugging me so much. So I kind of repurposed 2 of the products that I didn't like, these 2. I put them together and used them as a hand cream. And that's how I finished off most of those products. I hate wasting stuff. In fact, I did a video about that too, about how to repurpose products that you don't want to use anymore. So this was a pass for me, unfortunately. You might like the scent, and anybody who likes Klairs products would probably love this, in which case it's fantastic. It did great things for my skin. I just didn't like the smell. Okay, next, I'm never gonna not mention a sunscreen. So this one, which will not come as a surprise either, is by Elta MD. It's something I purchase over and over and over again. It is their UV Daily Broad Spectrum SPF 40, and it is tinted. I love them. I pretty much reach for them every day, and I've used them for years, and it's pretty much always in an empty, because there's always one empty and there's already one that's on the go that I'm using now. So if you're looking for a nice tinted sunscreen that's broad spectrum, that really protects your skin, but also hydrates it, this is just fantastic for that. So go there. Okay. Now, one of my sort of must-have products in addition to the sunscreen and the cleanser is a retinoid. This is the retinoid that I choose to use, which is by Dermatica. It is a subscription prescription service. Every month I get a formulation that's made just for me that's sent directly to my door. I love it. I love it so. It's in every Empties. I go through one a month. I've been using it for, I don't know, a year and a half, and it just does wonderful things for your skin. So if you don't know anything about Dermatica, I would go and give them a try. It's about 20 pounds a month to get a formulation made specifically for you and your own skin needs, and it's sent direct to your house. I know that they operate in European countries. They are in the US as well. And again, I will put links to all of these products down below. So if you want to go check them out, you should. You should have a retinol in your arsenal. Everybody should. And this is the 0.1% Retinoid, which is the strongest you can get. I think it's combined with 4% niacinamide, which is just a fantastic ingredient for overall skin health. It helps to strengthen the skin, it helps with brightening, it helps with reducing hyperpigmentation. It's just fabulous and I love it so. Okay, we're getting there. We got a few more things here and then I will wrap this up for you. But this is another staple that if you've watched my videos, you know I'm a serial mister. This is by La Roche-Posay. It is their Toleriane Ultra 8. It's glycerin based. I spritz all day long. I have one here, actually I have two here that are full. One next to the bed, one in the kitchen, one in the living room, and I spritz at least once an hour because my skin just loves it and it keeps me looking plump and young. Yay. Okay, so that's sort of all the face stuff. We have a couple of body things, a hair things, and then some supplements. So I talked about this recently also in my Holy Grail video. This is Aveeno's Daily Moisturizing After Shower Mist. I mentioned that there's that one section of the back that I can never get to. You just can't when you're putting moisturizer on your body. When you get out of the shower, it doesn't work. I keep this in the shower. So I towel dry off a little bit and literally spray a little bit sort of down my back and then up my back. And it just moisturizes that little section that I can't get to. So this, I just, every time I run out, I buy a new one. Pick it up at the grocery store when I'm there doing my grocery shop. Easy peasy. Okay. Now we're going to move on to some hair care. It's a shampoo and conditioner set. This guy here by Living Proof, which is a fabulous brand, by the way. They make so many lovely, awesome products. This is their Defrizz shampoo and conditioner. And I used this for quite a few months. It takes me months to get through shampoo and conditioner, by the way. And I thought it was fine. Like so many shampoos and conditioners, I tend to try things once and go, meh. So this was sort of in that category. Did it anti-frizz me? I'm not sure. No, it definitely didn't. And I'm not sure if there were just other types of products which I've now introduced into my hair routine that I'm using that do that. But I thought they were lovely. Nothing wrong with them, but I'm not going to repurchase them either. They made my hair feel okay. I thought they were fine. They were fine. That's generally my take on sort of hair care products. So that's something I'm always on the hunt for. And now we are down to the final category, which is supplements. Now, I know this is mostly a skincare channel, and for me, supplements actually fits into that too, because I take a number of supplements now, and I've slowly been building more and more into my daily routine, because not only am I putting things on my face topically, but I think it's good to put them into our bodies too. The first one that I love is my collagen peptides. And this is by Vital Proteins, and I can get them from a pharmacy here in Ireland, which is fantastic. And it's just great. It's you know, I'm getting the collagen intake. Getting to drink it, I put a scoop in my coffee. I have two coffee cups in the morning. And the beauty is the amount of protein that you're also getting with this. You're getting 20 grams of collagen per serving, but you're also getting, I think, 18 grams of protein per serving. So I do 2 scoops of this every day in my coffees, and I absolutely love it. It has no taste. You don't notice it's even there, but it's just doing lots of good things to our skin and to our body. Collagen production, and I've harped on about this a fair amount, decreases pretty much after the age of 20. You start at peak at 20, and then every year you lose 1% of your collagen production forever. And then by the time you're my age and you hit menopause, you lose 30% of your collagen in the first 5 years. So by the time you get to 50, 55, you're screwed. So many of the products that I use here are about building collagen production. Hello, retinoids, and trying to help me replenish what is being lost, because collagen basically keeps our skin plump and youthful and all that good stuff. Okay, the very last product here today, we are almost done, guys. I hope this hasn't been too long for you. Is by Sports Research, and it's called Phytoceramides. And this is a daily supplement that I take. This is all about skin hydration, and it's there to reduce sort of itchy, dry skin. And I've been using this now for about 4 months, I think, 5 months. And I have noticed sort of coming out of the winter, or sort of started in the middle of winter, that my skin was in better condition than it usually is. Because I kind of get these dry patches in the winter time on my elbows. And just like my face, I find that my skin is dehydrated, just in general. It's like my body's just soaking up all of the water and all the hydration, and everything gets a bit dry. And since I've started taking this, I have found that it's just not the case anymore, that I'm not getting those sort of same spots that I would have gotten, you know, historically through the winter. So it's another one that I've added to the daily routine, and I love it. So that's it, guys. That's sort of, and this isn't even all of them, by the way. I figured 20 was enough. A good selection of products that I've been using for the past 4 months or so, and what I'm going to repurchase and what I'm not. So it's funny because I realized I had never done one of these on this channel, because in fact, I do empties quite regularly over on Instagram. I might just do a little 15-second segment video that just highlights some of the things that I've used up and whether I would repurchase them. So I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know if you did, because I can kind of do this maybe every quarter or so just to share with you some of the stuff that I'm really liking and really not liking. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. And also just leave some comments down below on some of the products that you like, some of the stuff that you've used up. I always love hearing about other products out there, because as you can see, I'm always on the hunt. Something's out, something new's in. So this little rotating guy that I have over here, there's always new stuff coming in for me to test. So thanks again for joining today, and I will see you next time. Thanks. It's been there for a while. Are we in trouble?
No.
It's there. It's under the surface.
Okay.
It's there. So if you haven't heard of Caroline... We just have to plow on, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry. I am human, you know.
Mm-hmm.